When a relationship with an ex-partner has ended and you want them to regret losing you, how do you do it? I have experienced heartbreak before, and a lot of people have come to me with their hearts broken. And one thing that I have noticed, a lot of us after a heartbreak, the actions that we do in the name of making the other person regret actually validate their decision of leaving us. For example, most of us ladies after a breakup, we think that making our ex-partner jealous is a good way of making them regret losing us. And with this mentality, we go out there, and the first man that comes around, we enter into a relationship with them, and then we start posting pictures online, giving them captions like hashtag couple goals, moving on, sijui is what, and a lot of that bitterness. This does not make your ex-partner regret losing you. It actually validates the decision of leaving you, because it makes them think that any Tom, Dick, and Harry can have you. There was nothing exclusive about being with you. Anybody can have you. This also messes up with your mental health, because subconsciously it is telling you that you cannot be happy alone, that you cannot stay single, and that you are not enough by yourself. You may not know this, but this is what your subconscious mind is understanding. It also exposes you to a very bad heartbreak, because this person, you do not know them, you do not know their intentions. You have just met them, and in a hurry to make the other person jealous, you have entered into a relationship with them. The chances of them hurting you even more than your ex did, they are very high, because they do not care about you and they do not have that commitment with you. They're just there for a good time. And I'm not saying that entering a relationship after a heartbreak is wrong. No. Make sure that when you enter a relationship after a heartbreak, it's because you want to be in that relationship, and that you have healed all the wounds of the previous relationship before entering that relationship. Because chances are high, you will carry the baggage from the other relationship and bring it to your new relationship, and it will not work. Make sure that you're in that relationship because you want to be, not because you want to make your ex jealous. Another action that most ladies do in the name of trying to make our ex regret losing us is posting memes and becoming a motivational speaker on our social media. You never posted anything motivational before. You never posted any Bible verses. You never posted any memes about relationship, about singlehood. And now that you have broken up, all of a sudden, all your stories are about those things. All your posts are about those things. And also, you are trying to pass a message to them. I don't know, with hashtag single and happy. If you are single and happy, why do you have to post about it? And especially if you have not blocked him, he can see your stories and your posts. Why are you posting about being single and you are not posting about being in a relationship? They see this post, but they will not engage. And even if they engage with them, they're not regretting losing you. It will actually make him realize that you're still bitter and that you have not moved on, and that he still has a hold over you. Another thing that we do as ladies, trying to make him jealous, is post sexy photos. You never posted this type of photos, and then you start all of a sudden posting sexy photos, and in your mind you're thinking, I'll post these photos and then he will see what he has lost and he will miss it and he will come back. No, he will not. And this is something controversial that I always believe in. Most men do not break up with you without another girl in line waiting to take your position. When you see a man breaking up with you, in most cases, they already have a replacement. They have found someone better and they want to replace you. Even if you post those sexy photos, he will not be bothered. He has already seen and explored your body. Posting those sexy photos will not remind him of what he has lost. Don't do it. If you have to post sexy photos, post them because you want to post them, but do not post them so that he can see them with very weird captions. The question still remains, how do you make him regret losing you? The answer is to focus on yourself. You have to focus on yourself. I know we think that focusing on them and trying to show them your value is what will make them regret losing you and realize how valuable you are, but that will not work. It will only show them that you have not moved on and that you are bitter. Let's get into the tips and tricks on how to make them regret losing you. The first tip is to set boundaries. If someone has decided to break up with you, or both of you have mutually agreed that you can no longer be in a relationship, please set very clear boundaries. Make them realize that after the breakup, they cannot have unrestricted access to you. They cannot be calling you anytime they want, asking for advice, asking for emotional support. No, that only happens for your man. If you're not in a relationship together, they have to know that their access to you is limited. And I know in some cases this is not possible, especially where there is a kid involved or there is an investment. Make it clear that when you guys will be talking, you'll only talk about issues related to the kid. And if it's an investment, make it clear that you guys are investment partners. So the only discussions that you will have is discussions concerning the investment. You'll keep it professional and that's it. But if you do not have anything tying you together with this man, please block him. Block him everywhere, because we are human beings. Sometimes you'll go out there with your friends just to move on and to get over the heartbreak, have a drink or two, and then you'll find yourself calling him. You'll find yourself leaving messages. You'll find yourself going through his social media, trying to look if he has already moved on. And once you see that he has moved on, you'll start comparing yourself with this new partner. You'll start saying, oh, is she prettier than me? What does she have that I don't have? It is inevitable. We are human beings and it is in our nature to be negative. So you'll start criticizing yourself. You'll start being hard on yourself. You'll start blaming yourself, thinking that you're the reason the relationship ended. Therefore, if you have nothing tying both of you together, please block that man. Block his number. Block him on all social media. That will save you from a lot of temptations. Because let me tell you, if you guys keep talking about your relationship, it will derail your progress of moving on. For example, let's say you guys have a kid together, and when he comes to pick the kid or drop the kid, you guys start going over your relationship, why it didn't work, what he did wrong, what you did wrong. You will not move on, and he will realize that you have not moved on. If you have an investment or a kid tying you guys together, do not discuss about your personal life. Do not discuss about the past or the future. Only discuss issues related to that which connects you guys. The second tip is self-reflection. I know as women, it is very easy and it's in our nature to go into victim mentality. When the relationship ends, you start looking at his faults. You start saying, he didn't do this for me, he did this to me, he was abusive and all that. But after a breakup, it is time for you to sit down with a book and a pen and be honest with yourself and reflect on what was your part. Because if that person was abusive, what part did you play? What made him think that he can be abusive with you and still continue to be in a relationship with you? What was your part? Be honest and do not be hard with yourself. Just be honest. What red flags did you ignore? What part did you play in the breakup? And this way, moving forward, you'll be able to avoid these mistakes in your future relationships. And you will also realize that both of you were at fault and maybe you're not a good match, because if you were a good match, all these things could not have happened. The third tip is to work on your mental well-being. After a breakup, it is very normal to be sad and to be depressed. But this is what I tell my ladies. Do not allow that sadness and that depression to last more than 30 days. And if you are able, a week is enough. I know it's not easy. I have been there. But this will save you from a lot of pain. And it will save your mental health. The first week after the breakup, cry all you want. Be depressed. Eat all that junk food, stay in your bed, do not open your curtains, just allow yourself to feel the pain. And especially if you invested a lot into that relationship, I know it is very painful. You feel like you have wasted your time. Allow yourself to feel those feelings. But after the deadline that you have made with yourself, if it's a week, 2 weeks, but maximum should be a month, you need to sit down and you be easy with yourself and tell yourself, I will not cry again. Take a paper and a pen, write down all the things, the bad things that that man used to do to you. If he did not buy you gifts, write that down. If he did not provide for you to go and buy clothes, write that down. If he was abusive, write it down. And I'm sure if you have broken up, I know the list will be very long. After you have written all those things down, look for a place in your bedroom where you can see them when you wake up. Pin it there or glue it there. Or in your office, if you work from home, go to your office, paste it there. Anytime you feel like you are regretting leaving him, look at that list. Remind yourself how mean that man was. Remind yourself all those things that that man did. Put it somewhere where you can see it. Okay, not in the living room, because we don't want our business to be out there. And if you're working in like an office area, not in your office, because maybe the cleaners or your colleagues will enter there and they will see it. Somewhere private, even if it's in your closet, hang it there. When you feel like you're starting to regret or you feel like you want to cry, go and look at that list. Ask yourself, is this what you want to experience for the rest of your life? Is this how you want to live your life for the rest of your life, experiencing those things? And I know after a breakup, it is very easy to miss your ex-partner. And I know you can love someone and still hate them at the same time. I believe that. And I always tell people, don't get confused. Don't ask yourself, I prayed for this guy to be removed out of my life. Now we have broken up. Why am I missing him? There is nothing wrong with that. That is completely normal. Let me try and explain it to you. You love him because of the expectations and the years and the investment that you put into that relationship. Of course, if you are in a relationship with someone, you had sat down, you had envisioned the future, you had a lot of expectations from him. And that's why you feel like you still miss him. And sometimes he was your best friend, he was not just a partner. So it is inevitable for you to miss him. It is inevitable for you to love that person. And it is also inevitable for you to hate that person, because this person put you through a lot of pain and they're still doing it even that time when you're going through that heartbreak. Be kind to yourself. On those days that you miss him, get up, go to that list, look at that list, tell yourself, yes, this is what this guy did to you. He was abusive with you. Do you want to be abused for the rest of your life? No, we can do better. We deserve better. And remind yourself, it is better to be single and happy than be in a relationship and be sad and lonely in that relationship. The fourth tip is to work on your social life. I know most time when we are in a relationship, we tend to ignore our social life. We tend to not meet up with our friends, and our social life normally suffers a lot. This is the time for you to start rebuilding those friendships, to start rebuilding those family relationships. Reach out to your friends, hang out with them, go to their house and cook a meal, go out and have a drink, and make sure that you're not going out there and having so many drinks, maybe a glass or two of wine maximum, and come back home. Because when you're heartbroken and then you mix the alcohol, it is very easy for you to make very silly decisions. Just do the drinking on a minimum. Work on your hobbies. If you love swimming, enroll into a swimming class, be going for swimming, because most times when we are in a relationship with a toxic partner, they tend to separate us from our friends, and after the breakup we are very lonely. We don't know what to do. They were our best friends, they were our everything. So we tend to be lonely. Reach out to your friends, go out with your friends. If the fifth tip is to focus on yourself. You have to completely focus on yourself. Anything that was associated with him, or anything that reminds you of him, it has to go. And especially when you're in a lot of pain, when the breakup is fresh, it has to go. Do not check their social media. Like I said, the best method is to block them. Block them everywhere. I know the temptation to check their social media and to see what they're up to is very high, but if you block them, that temptation will not be there. Just find things to do. For example, work on your physical well-being. Enroll in a gym. Set goals, even if they're small daily goals. Set goals, daily goals, weekly goals. Set goals. They will keep you busy. You will not be thinking about them. They'll keep your mind occupied and they will help you to focus on yourself. When you wake up in the morning, I have to go to the gym, then go to work. After work, I'll be mopping the house on Monday. On Tuesday after work, I'll be running my laundry. On Wednesday after work, I'll be meal prepping. On Friday, I'll be going out with my friends. On Saturday, I'll be going to visit my mom. On Sunday, I'll be going to church. Just keep yourself occupied and plan yourself. That dopamine of achieving those goals, it will keep you going. It will even make you happy. It will make you feel accomplished, and you might even start working on goals that you had postponed for very long. For example, maybe you wanted to go back to school. Starting to set this goal, it will give you a clear vision of what you want in life. It will give you purpose and give you a reason to get up every morning and to work hard and to something to look forward to. Ticking your to-do list, it gives you a lot of dopamine hits. Focus on yourself. If there's something that guy had been promising to buy for you and he was not buying for you, if he had promised to buy for you a nice heel or a phone. If you can afford it, go out there, buy it for yourself, take yourself on dates, just love on yourself, romanticize your life. Just keep yourself busy and focus on things that are improving your life. The sixth tip is do not allow them back. I know most men, and especially when they are the ones that have broken up with you, they always come back to you. They will always come back. And I will be bold enough to say, like 90% of the time, when a man is the one who has broken up with you, he will always come back. And as ladies, especially when you are very attached to this man, it is very easy to take him back. But I'm telling you, do not take him back. Because most of the time, he's back because of three main reasons. The first reason is, like I've said before, when guys break up with you, they normally have a backup plan. He has gone out there, he has tried things with this girl, and it has not worked. And he has realized that my ex was better. So I'll go back to that ex and keep her as my temporary convenience as I look for the next shiny thing. He will come back and tell you a lot of sweet nothings. And as women, our hearts are weak. And especially if it's a man that you have been in a relationship with for a long time and you love him, it is very easy to take him back. But I'm telling you, do not take him back. Another reason why he is back, he has gone out there, he has sampled a few, and he has realized you are, down there, it's very good. And he has come back to have some more. But that does not mean that he actually wants you back for the long term. He just wants to enjoy a little longer before he gets another one. Because most men want to have their cake and still eat their cake. So he will be with you, still enjoying your, your pum pum. But he's still out there mingling with other women and trying to find a new one. The third reason why he is back, and this is the reason that most ladies believe men come back for, is that he has gone out there, he has mingled with a few ladies, and he has realized that you are a high value woman, that you are a gem, and now he is back. But this happens very rarely. I've told you there are three reasons. So this is like 30% of the time. The other 70% of the time, it's for the wrong reasons. And if he's the one that broke up with you, I'm always pro-leaving him and not giving him a chance, because you also want to be with a man who is 100% sure of you from the word go. He doesn't have to go out there, try other people so that he can have the realization, oh, this was a good woman. No, he has to know that you're a good woman from the jump. If he has decided to leave you or he has ghosted you and he's trying to come back, please make him stand on his words. If he said that you guys should break up, you guys should stay broken up. Make him stand on his words. Don't compromise. The seventh tip is to reach out to people for support. And when you're doing this, make sure that you are reaching out to someone who you are willing to be vulnerable with, someone who you're willing to share all your secrets with, someone who will give you sober advice, someone who is a mentor, or someone who is a therapist, or someone who gives good advices. I know in our friend groups, we can always tell this person gives good advice. Go to that person, talk to them and tell them what you're going through. And before you make a decision, reach out to this person that you chose as your support system. Tell them what you're thinking about doing and let them advise you. If like you're a Christian, join the church groups and get yourself busy, find some spiritual encouragement, some spiritual nourishment. It will all help you in staying grounded and making the right decisions. If you keep focusing on them, they will not regret losing you, because they can have access to you anytime that they want. And most times, us ladies, when we have our hearts broken, we are very gullible. We are willing to take even the breadcrumbs that they give us. So most times, they will be enjoying the relationship benefits, but they are also free to go out there and mingle and be with whoever they want. And they enjoy this. And you keep focusing on them. You keep thinking about them. You keep trying to show them how valuable you are, why they should give you a chance. And this makes you forget to focus on yourself and on how to improve yourself. And this can easily affect your mental health. It can easily cause depression. And let's be honest, most human beings are narcissistic by nature. When you break up with someone, you want to see that that person needed you to be happy. So you want to see them sad and depressed and not doing good, so that you can validate yourself and make yourself feel important, that they were doing better because of you. When this guy sees you depressed and sad and not improving in life, they will be happy and they will realize that they were not the problem. You are the problem, because they will be telling themselves, if I stayed with this lady, I would also be sad and depressed right now. My life could not be any better. Ladies, let's focus on ourselves. Let's give ourselves first priority in our lives. I hope this video was informative for you as it was for me. Don't forget to subscribe and join the family. Also like, comment and share. It really helps me to know that you're enjoying my content, and it also gives me the motivation to keep producing more content. Bye.